Hello everyone, this is the second episode of the Pilgrim magazine vlog. In the past 2 weeks, I've left home and friends and family, and I've moved to Lisbon to study communication at the Catholic University of Portugal. I am not your average journalist. I travel and I settle in each place. And in this vlog, I'll invite you into my life. I'll let you get to know me and the place I'm making stories about. I've always dreamt about having everything I own in one backpack and living on the road. I'm also as curious today as I was when I, as a child, for the first time discovered that I could actually ask questions. Where and what am I up to next? I knew that I was going to move here 6 months before I did, and all the time that passed up until 1 week before departure, I just felt excitement. And the week before I arrived, I started feeling an anxiety because I would miss everyone and everything that I would leave behind for the coming 5 months. I've also felt really selfish and a lot of guilt for leaving, and this is an issue that I have been struggling with. I'm gonna miss you.
I understand.
Don't wait us down. Don't be smart, up. Don't wait us down. Don't be smart, up. All your pain. Don't wait us down. Do that to pain you down. Don't be smart, up. Be honest. Don't wait us down. Do that to pain you down. Don't be smart, up. Be honest.
Although I really can't imagine a life without traveling because of all the encounters with new people and the personal development that it carries. It's about intercultural communication and all that comes with that. I've only been here for a week and I've already been through things that have broadened my perspectives. For example, the story of my landlord and the apartment here in Lisbon. So 1 month before I moved here, I was searching for a place to stay in different Facebook groups, and I had contact with one guy who has a shared flat with 2 other girls. But I didn't get the room since he had found someone that could move in earlier than me. But the same day, a girl contacted me saying that she had seen in Facebook groups that I was looking for a place to stay in Lisbon, and that she has an apartment in Alfama, which is a central and historic area. It's really cozy. Anyway, the thing is that she wanted to rent out the place from 1st of August, and I moved here the 1st of September. But she again said that she would find someone else if I didn't take it from the 1st of August. So I agreed. She sent me the details over an email and a copy of her identification, and I paid the rent for August. And a couple of days before arriving here, I texted her asking how things were going to go down for me to get the keys. She didn't answer me. She just disappeared. And the coming days, I tried reaching her multiple times a day, but no answer. And the night before my very early flight the next morning, I reached out to the only contact I had here in Lisbon, the guy that I was in contact with before her. And I told him what had happened. And I asked if I could just come to his place and leave my bags so I could go out and take care of business. And his response was priceless. It made me feel thankful for what had happened. He said that he was sorry that this was my first experience here in Lisbon and that I was welcome, and he offered me to stay on their couch until I found a place to stay. And I am to him and the girls he lives with a total stranger. And this is a really beautiful thing to do, because I know I wouldn't have done the same if I was him. But from now on, maybe I will. But as soon as I arrived to his place and connected to the Wi-Fi, my landlord called me freaking out and saying that she was really sorry and that she had totally forgotten, and she was on vacation. She had deleted her messenger app because she didn't have enough space on her phone to take photos. She'd left my keys in the restaurant just in front of the apartment. So luckily everything worked out well, and I really love the place, and my landlord is a really nice, cool girl. She's very laid back, and I feel that's part of the culture here. And that's going to test me, because back home, I would say that we're not so laid back in, for example, matters like these. And that's how I get to broaden my perspectives. Because back home, I'm used to the way of doing things, the way we do it. And my way isn't always the best way. With this experience, I got acquainted with an amazing human being, and everything worked out well after all, even though the very laid-back attitude. Another aspect of broadening my perspective is education. You need to take part in different atmospheres, cultures, contexts to be able to evaluate what you prefer or to see the value in what you have. I studied journalism and multimedia at my home university in Stockholm, and I've had strong opinions and complaints on my faculty back home about how the education is organized. But I feel lucky now and privileged and thankful for having the opportunity to going to university in Sweden. But nothing bad said about the Catholic University of Portugal, which apparently is the Harvard of universities here in Portugal. But I definitely feel a difference in the quality of the educations. So I feel more gratitude now. And in the same time, at home, I would have gotten an exceptional semester of education, but here I'll get experience and I'll learn and I'll broaden my perspectives in so many other areas of life, meanwhile also getting an education. This last week has been packed with impressions and people, and when I sat down preparing for this vlog, I found it so hard to sum it all up. I haven't had one moment where I've just leaned back and consciously taken everything that was happening around me in. I've partied, I've met a bunch of international Erasmus students. I've been to IKEA and settled in my apartment. I've walked around downtown, been to sky bars with amazing views. I've watched the Swedish election come with a couple of new Swedish friends, and tonight I'm going to see the Portugal-Italy football match with some other new friends. But this coming week, I'm going to think about consciously observing my experiences and not just being in them, if that makes sense. So stay tuned for the next episode, and don't forget to share and like. Over and out.